Hello, my name is PlasmaMuffin, and in this video I'm going to show you how to play the Empires of the Undergrowth level Surrounded, and give you some tips and tricks on how to do better. So let's get started. To get to it, you go click on Play, then Arcade, Demo Levels, and Surrounded. Once the level boots up, you'll be asked to choose difficulty. I'm going to be choosing Moderate because even on moderate difficulty, it's incredibly difficult. Casual's too easy, moderate is probably too hard, and intense is literally impossible, so we're going to do moderate. First thing we're going to do is dig out a little chamber over here. Now, you can actually toggle creature health bars and food numbers on. I would recommend doing that for pretty much the whole game. It's not on by default, but now that I have it on, I can't play without it. So we're going to collect this food because it's the closest to the queen. By the way, this guide will also work if you're just playing the demo, because this is a demo level. But I am playing on the full game. There's a few differences, but it shouldn't really matter because we're not going to be using most of the new stuff. So now that my food store is full, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade it. So the way this level works is it's basically how long can you survive. Every now and then, creatures will start spawning from these little entrances, and also food will spawn from them as well. And the music's a little loud. I'm going to turn that off real quick. Did it just reset the music because I set it all the way down? I think so. Yep, it did. That's very strange. Minecraft does that too. If you turn the music all the way down, then back up again, it turns off the song. I don't know why. Now I'm going to make some soldier tiles. Now this, the full version of the game does have two features that aren't in the demo. Specifically the ability to upgrade tiles, seen here, and the ability to tell your ants not to attack or eat food. Collect food, rather. I'm not going to be using those, however, so let's actually disable enemy mounting for all of my chambers, because that's not something that's in the demo. Shouldn't affect it too much. Excuse me. So our strategy is basically loot all of these little inner food chambers, because that's where the most food is at the start, and then eventually we're going to be wandering around the edge of the map and killing all the creatures that spawn and collecting the food that spawns as well. Where's my mouse? Hello? Oh, I think my mouse just unplugged itself for a second. That's annoying. Gonna keep making more tiles. You don't really, it doesn't matter what shape or you have your tiles in if you're not going to upgrade them. And also it doesn't matter why am I selecting the, oh, right. By the way, I would strongly recommend you get used to the hotkeys. You can use the number keys to switch between pheromone chambers. You can automatically select certain tiles or upgrading tools or things like that. You can auto toggle food collection and enemy killing. So there's a lot you can do, and it's a little faster, a little more efficient to do it that way with the hotkeys. You don't have to, but it helps, and I like it. It's more convenient. Now, we don't really have to worry about all the enemies spawning right now. We will have to worry about them later, but for now we can just keep on trucking. I am upgrading the food tiles, as you can see, but that's because each individual food tile gives less than they did in the demo, I believe, and besides, it's just food tiles. It just determines how many you hold. It's just a space saver. It doesn't really affect the gameplay at all. It's not going to be giving me an advantage or anything. Alright, so I have quite a bit of food, and now I'm going to really start ramping up my soldiers. Again, you don't, even if you're if you're playing the full version, you don't want to upgrade your soldiers, or anything really, because the bonus you get from it is actually not worth the amount of food it costs. It costs the same amount of food as it costs just to make another tile, another ant, but it gives you only like a 10 or 20% bonus to most stats, so it's really not worth it. Some ants do get a special ability if you upgrade them all the way, but these are not one of those ant species. I'm going to go ahead and create a new group of workers now. That way we can have one group here to respawn and hatch all the eggs, and one group that will be for not combat, but oh hi. But it will be for digging stuff out and collecting food and stuff like that. You will occasionally get attacked by enemies, so just keep that in mind and keep an eye out for that, I guess. Now I'm going to use my soldiers to collect this food. Excuse me. So these red exclamation marks, if you don't know, which I assume you would, I assume you know how to play the game basically by now, if you're watching this video, because it's not the first level, either the demo or the full game. But the red exclamation marks are enemies, and these caverns have less enemies than these ones, so we're going to go for these first. You want to clear out all the free caverns with no enemies in them first, then you can go to these ones that have only 2 or 3 enemies in them, then you can go to the stronger ones, and okay, just making sure I wasn't telling those guys to go anywhere. Hey! We're being attacked. I didn't even notice. My workers are fighting them off. I may set the workers to not attack. I don't know. At any rate, I can start digging into here now. And I'm also going to tell the workers to go over here, because that way, as soon as they disconnect from digging the tile, if combat and food are turned off, they will go over there, but because I'm not doing that, they did not do that. And I'm also going to set this group to be with the soldiers to help them collect food, as well as dig out tiles near them, which will become important later. I actually decided to make this video because first off, it's my favorite level, because it was the final level in the demo when I played that, when I had that, and so I played it over and over again, and I got pretty good at it. I wouldn't say really good, unless, I don't know, maybe I'm really good at it, I don't know, but I forgot, I put the wrong marker there, cool. But I wanted to look up tips on YouTube to see if there's anything I could do to get better at the game, at the level. And all the videos I found were either from 6 years ago, when I did find some videos where people got awesome scores in the highest difficulty, but those were in a very old version of the game, 6 years ago, when soldiers only cost 10 food to place and not 50, which, as you can imagine, changes the gameplay a bit. And all the newer ones were people getting much worse scores than me, actually. So I decided, you know what, why not make a tutorial myself? So I'm doing that. Now you may be worried that I'm letting enemies pile up around the edges, but don't worry about that, because they're not timed to attack me yet. You can get an idea of how long you've been playing by looking at the score, because if you play like I do, then your score will be roughly the same at roughly the same amount of time. I don't think the difficulty scales with your score. I think it just scales with the amount of time you've been playing. And I had to leave some food behind. So you want to actually dig this out and then let these guys come into the next chamber before you send the battle ants in. Because otherwise they're going to fight in this tiny chamber, and like 2 ants will fight each other at once, and it'll take absolutely forever, and you will lose a lot of ants. It's way faster and more efficient this way. The game kind of tries to encourage you to build a bunch of narrow tunnels with bigger hexagonal shaped brood chambers, just because that's what ants do in real life, but it's actually not advantageous to do that, because, again, upgrading really isn't worth it most of the time, and also, these tiny areas are very difficult to fight enemies in, so that's not particularly helpful. So actually the most advantageous way to play the game is to just dig out a big area around your queen and anywhere that you're going to be fighting. You gonna attack me? No, okay. So yeah, let the enemies come to the battle ants in the big area where they can all fight more efficiently. You'll notice I'm absolutely shredding them, because I have way more dudes than them, and if they're in the big area, they can all fit around them and all fight at the same time around them. We're almost finished with all the inner tiles, or inner chambers rather. I am going to go over here now. I'm going to go over here now and dig out this last little chamber. Food stores are full. Again, don't want to upgrade. I'm going to start a new brood chamber over here. And the reason you want to do that, instead of just putting them all together, is because every connected brood tile will be in the same block. So I have 37. Oh, God, they attacked in the edge of the corridor. I don't like that. I have 37 tiles here. I can only put them in one marker spot, one marker chamber. And if there's none there, but I'll tell them to go there when they hatch. If I put them all together, then I can't split them up and have one group go over here and one group go over here. So that's why I'm doing it like that, because now I'll be able to split them up. I like to make each chamber about 3 by 3 by 3. Or is it 3 by 3 by 3 by 3? I don't remember. It doesn't really matter anyway. Let's actually put both of those in there. Place down all the food. Each pheromone marker actually makes a different sound when you place it. So, like, gotta prepare for the attack. Send those guys over there to pick up that one food. It's annoying because there's two things that look exactly like food here, but they're not actually food. Can I actually collect them as food? Alright, so now we're going to be sending all of our ants out here except for the main dudes. The main dudes will stay here and plant and hatch all the eggs. So let's dig all this area out, just so we have more room. It's not going to look the prettiest, it's not the coolest, most aesthetic ant colony, but it is the most effective and the safest. So now I'm going to start digging out some of the areas, some of the tunnels, to make them easier to navigate in. So while the worker ants dig out those, my soldier ants are going to be collecting food and stuff. And the reason I'm doing this is to widen out the areas and make it easier to get around and fight. Because again, larger areas are better for fighting. Because if you're in a really narrow corridor, and you're fighting like a beetle or something, none of them have spawned yet, but if you're fighting a big beetle, then it alone is stronger than it's stronger than each of your ants individually, but if you're in a narrow corridor, you're going to have to fight it individually. So you're going to be at a massive disadvantage because you're only going to be able to fight it one at a time. But if it's in a big area, you can surround it and have like 12 or more ants attacking it at the same time. So you can get a massive advantage there. So I'm actually putting these food tiles, these food storages, next to near the places where the enemies will spawn in, and the food spawns. That way, I can actually collect them way faster, and they won't have to bring all the food all the way from the very edges down into the middle. Especially, like, right here, this is the farthest away from the entrance, so it would take forever, unless I dug a tunnel, which I'm not going to do yet. Ah. No, not that one. Let me see. I actually want to... I'm going to move that guy over here. There we go. Just keep on digging. I actually don't want to dig that out yet. So I'm going to try and put each food storage tile in between two food spawn points or so. Just keep digging this out. Actually, no, I don't want to dig those out yet. Just those ones. I'm going to put my next food store here. Now, perfect timing. Fortunately, the non-battle ants, the workers, are seeming to go mostly for these tiles. And they're also being attacked and not doing very well because they're not meant for fighting. Yeah, I played this level so many times. My end goal is to try and get to the point where I can dominate everything and kill it as soon as it spawns. And just constantly accumulate more food and kill everything that spawns as soon as it spawns, so I'm basically invincible. I can do it on the easiest difficulty, that's not very hard. But it's very hard to do on literally any other difficulty, and I don't even know if it's possible. And almost no one seems to play this level, which is very strange, because it's a real good level. Is someone gonna dig that out? Hello? Where are they? Where are they? They're not told to go anywhere. Hey, look, come over here, please. Sheesh, I don't know what they're doing. Where are they going? There are 0 ants in the chamber that aren't running away. Did they come out here to join these dudes? Oh my gosh. Looks like I'm gonna have to tell them where to hang out if they're gonna be following me around like that. Oh, I have tons of food. What am I doing? I need to be making more of these dudes. Oh, 4x4. I said 3x3 earlier. I meant 4x4. I mean, you could do 3x3 or 4x4, whichever you like. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter much except in terms of aesthetics. But yeah, if you have more food storages all over the place, that actually not only does it make it faster to collect food, but you'll have more space for it. It does mean that sometimes your ants will have to go further away to get food than they might otherwise have to. Where should I put the next food storage? This one's up here, so I should put this one about down here. Oh, that's perfect, actually, because then I can... Because you can't dig through here, so I'm going to... No, wrong one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a tunnel through here so I can get through here without having to go through this tiny space. So I'll upgrade all these tiles while there's tiles surrounding them, and then I'll widen it out. Excuse me. Who's dying? Is someone dying? Oh no, they're just spawning the new dudes that I spawned. That I placed. They're hatching the new dudes that I placed. Technically, they're all dudettes, I think. I'm pretty sure all ants are females, except for the drones. Now, enemies are going to start tunneling into our base, so it doesn't really matter how many openings you have, because eventually they're going to make more anyway. And when they do, you should widen them out so they're easier to fight in. Now we're going to dig out all this, because this is very cramped and I want to be able to fight here. So this is just what we're doing. We're going all the way around the map, clearing out blockades and stuff that's in the way, until eventually we can get around really easily. And then we are going to, once we're done doing that, we're going to just hunt down all the enemies as soon as they spawn and try and kill them as fast as possible. Someone's going to dig up through here eventually, actually, but I'm going to speed that up and make my own little tunnel. There we go. There we go, gotten all that food. Now we can go over here. Still haven't had very much spawning yet. That's nice. Why is there no one here? Oh my gosh, it's because they're all digging out the dang stuff. These guys are just not behaving. I don't know what's going on. They're normally not this badly behaved. Normally they just stay here. And only the guys I've assigned to here actually do the digging. But for some reason they're not doing that today. Just don't feel like functioning properly and making sense and doing their assigned jobs. Alright, time for our third group of ants. Start making them up there. Yeah, lots of little nooks and crannies to take care of if we want to smooth all this out. I'm trying to match my tunnels up to where the enemies usually dig in, so I don't end up with multiple tunnels right next to each other, because that's just annoying. And where do I want to put the last bit? I guess I'll put it here. There we go. I was going to dig that out because someone's going to dig in from here eventually. Oh, I should dig this out too. Okay, good. People are actually doing their job there. Nice. Nice to hear. Nice to see. Oh, hold on. Don't put that there, because otherwise they're going to go get killed. You know what? I'm just going to put them all there. Why not? Even though these guys are close to the queen, you shouldn't worry about them too much because they're not going to attack probably for a while. Why is there no one here yet? Come on. What are you doing? Oh my goodness. Oh, they're all out here digging, aren't they? For crying out loud. Okay, there we go. Oh, we got a beach tiger beetle. That's real bad. One of these brood chambers eventually I'm going to have defending the queen at the nest, but not yet. Because we're not going to get attacked that often yet, so it's not too big of an issue. Alright, there we go. That should be all the tiles that we have to dig out for now. Oh, except for that one. This part's looking a little bit narrow, but it should be fine. So now all we have to do is just keep circling around, killing all the enemies. Actually, we don't need to keep circling around, because we have multiple brood chambers, so we can send each one into a different spot. And that is what I'm going to do. So yeah, this isn't a perfect solution, having all these tiles here, unless I made them a lot bigger, because eventually they get to the point where they're all full, and you have to take them to a further away chamber. Let's actually bring these guys over here so we can dig out this tunnel and make it easier to access. What else do I want to dig out? Nothing for now, I think, but I will need another food storage, because the last one, oh my goodness, the last one's like way down here. So have a food thing there, And 2 food things there. So I'm going to put the middle one right here, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Keep that there for now. You can also multitask by collecting food and fighting enemies at the same time. Why are some of them going down here? That's weird. Oh, someone dug through. Excellent. Now I can expand this area out. Hopefully my workers are going to do their job. I'm actually going to make some more. Let's do that. Not a ton more, just some more. I generally like my hallways to be at least 3 blocks wide. Tiles, whatever. Would you call it a block if it's hexagon shaped? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't do geometry or geology or geography or whatever that's called. Jigsaw-y. So we're starting to get the big guys spawning. That's not good, but I think I can handle it. It's my nature to try and just send all of my forces in the same direction. Just because I want to... The more you outnumber your opponent, the less casualties you'll have, and that's what I want. But at some point it will be necessary to start splitting them up. Wait, what? Why are those... What? Why is that separated? What? Why do I have 4? Where is the... Oh my god, I placed the wrong tiles, dang it. Ah. Well, that heckin' sucks. Gosh darn it. Why'd you let me do that, guys? Someone should have said something. I don't know what happens if something spawns, hatches from here, and then I delete the tile. I assume it just goes away. It'd be weird if it kept it around. Oh my goodness, I forgot they're attacking all this. They're attacking one by one. Because it takes them a while. Another reason you want multiple pheromone markers is because when you make a new marker, like watch this, I'll make a new marker here, and see how it counts up? That's showing how many ants are currently going to that location. If I place another one over here, they slowly move from this marker to this marker. Just a sec. Alright. I'm glad I discovered the, uh-oh. I'm glad I just... Oh, they're... they already killed... The workers killed it! Wow, okay. I'm glad I discovered the, There we go. Put the right tile down this time. I'm glad I discovered the pause recording button in OBS. Because... now I don't have to... Whenever I have to pause the recording, I don't have to edit the video in OBS every single time. I can just use the pause button. Oh, did I finish talking about what I was talking about with the pheromone markers? Let's finish that. So, got 37 ants in this chamber. So if I make a new one, it slowly moves all those ants to that chamber. However, the amount of ants that can change targets at one time is capped, and it's the same for... It's the same speed no matter how many ants are in that chamber. So if you have a chamber with only like 5 ants, and you tell it to move somewhere, they'll all immediately zip over. But if you have 100 ants, tell them to move somewhere, it'll take forever for the last ant to get the memo. So that's not ideal. So that's why I recommend not doing things that way. Okay, I'm gonna have to take care of this, like, next, because this is getting a little dangerous, a little scary. I have 100 ants, that may seem like enough, but it's almost definitely not enough for what's coming. Well, it's 100% definitely not enough. Alright, so let's go all the way over here. Dig this out so I have more space to fight. Hopefully the soldiers get there before the workers do. They are not cool. Now, eventually, later on in the game, food will stop spawning at the edges, and it will start to only spawn enemies. I should really... Okay, here's a tip that I'm not actually using. Don't immediately put the pheromone marker on the enemies. Put it nearby, but far enough away that they don't get triggered to attack. Then once all the ants are there, then move it up there. That way all the ants roughly will move at the same time, instead of coming through like 1 or 2 at a time. It makes a massive difference. Is that a beach tiger beetle? It is a beach tiger beetle. Cool. So I'm gonna have to take care of him. Oh my goodness, I keep forgetting to place more of the dang food tiles. Alright, we got a place here. Got a place here and a place here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the food spot about here-ish. Right there. There we go. See, this guy's digging down into my nest from here, so I'm gonna have to... I don't know why they do that when there's already open spaces. It'd be nice if it was like in Dig or Die. What? Holy cow, that's bad. It would be nice if it was like in Dig or Die, where if there's an open space, they'll go there instead of trying to break through the wall. You can use that to channel them through all your defenses. That would be nice, but unfortunately it doesn't work that way. I really want to... I kind of want to get better at Dig or Die, but it's just... It takes so long once you get past the early game. The later game is just... It's very difficult, especially the bosses. The bosses are really not designed that well, in my opinion. They're just really strong enemies, and you have to fight them in really precarious situations where you don't have much mobility, and you don't have enough time to prepare like an arena, like in Terraria. So, look at all that food! That's a lot of food. But... So yeah, the bosses are really hard to beat because of that, and if you're on the harder difficulties, you actually have less max health, which means that at some points they can basically one-shot you, which is almost impossible to deal with some of the time. Now at this point, I'm not sure if I want to make another one of these rectangles. It's not a rectangle. Whatever it is, I'm not sure if I want to make another one, or if I want to focus my food on getting more guys. No, wait. I don't know if I want to focus my food on respawning ants right now. So, that's something. Oh, hello! Okay, I only need to send, like, one group in. This is where splitting them up can be useful. Oh, you know what? I am going to make a new one. That way all three of these can run around the map, and then I can have one for the... one for the... the dudes. The guys that are going to be protecting the queen. That's what I wanted to say. And perfect timing, I just filled up on food, so... This one's going to have to be 3x3 only. But that's okay, because the main goal, the main purpose of that group is just going to be to protect the queen until my main forces can get there. It's actually a lot of food there. Yeah, see, they're having to take the food to further away food tiles because the closer ones are already filled up. And I keep forgetting to improve this. Check in on each of your groups occasionally to make sure that they're doing okay, not wasting time. Okay. Yeah, so far there isn't really much difference between playing with the demo with the limited features. And why did they attack me as soon as they spawned in? That is not good. I don't like that. Oh, they didn't go all the way to the queen. Still, that's annoying. I don't like that. You cut that out. I'm gonna try and keep above 1,000 food all the time, because it gets really expensive to respawn these dudes, especially when you're in big fights. I'm also going to widen out more of these areas, just to make sure. I think I got my highest score when all of this was dug out. Like, I dug out literally the entire map. Okay, send 2 groups over there and 1 group up here. You really want to get attacked by the Devil's Coachor's larvae because they're weak and they drop food. Ants are weak, but there's more of them and they don't drop food. And anything bigger than that generally doesn't drop enough food to be worth it. Oh yeah, another change from the demo that actually makes it harder is big enemies don't drop individual food pieces. They spawn a corpse, which you have to dig at for a while to get all the food. And for some reason, look how big this is. I can only dig at it with 3 ants at a time. That's pretty dumb. I mean, it should not take 3 ants. It should not be limited to 3 ants when there's enough room for, like, 20. So it takes a lot longer to harvest food from the big guys in the full game as opposed to the demo. Which is slightly annoying. I hope they fix that. I'm actually working on a list of suggestions for Empires of the Undergrowth, and I'm gonna send it to the developers. Hopefully the game is unpopular enough that they'll actually receive and see the feedback I send. I actually, I got several of my suggestions added into Risk of Rain 2. Like the, you know how bustling fungus, it used to heal all in big waves? Like, it'd heal, like, I don't know, maybe just somewhere around, let's say 20 health every second. Well, now it heals, like, 5 health every 1/4 of a second. So it's the same amount per second, but it comes a lot faster. So you have more. No, 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 not now, not now. I'll still tail those guys to go over there. I wish you could see, I wish each ant would have a little marker over its head so you could see which pheromone marker group it belonged to. That's actually a good idea. I'm going to suggest that. But yeah, we're getting to the point where, okay, this is not good. We're getting to the point where it's, alright, hold on a sec. I think I might actually speed this video up a bit in the editing program. Like, I'm getting low on food. It might not seem like 700 is low on food, but trust me, it is. We're gonna have group 3 collect some... What? Yeah, we're gonna have group 3 go collect some food while the other 2 prepare for fighting. Oh dear, really? Now is a really bad time. Can you wait a bit, please? Alright, well, it's going the other way, so that's nice. There's absolutely no food over here. Alright, well, let's have, let's actually put this guy in the 4th group. It's hard to hit the 4 and 5 buttons on the keyboard. Hey, we're managing to fight, like, almost one at a time. That's awesome. Now, if you're playing in the full game, you can disable combat before your ants reach an enemy, and then they'll run, like, under it and around it. And once they do that, then you re-enable combat, and they'll be surrounding it instead of only attacking from one side like this. It only works well with single enemies, but it works pretty well with single enemies. Ah! Stop spawning so many! I don't have time for this. Gonna throw my entire army at them, except for these guys, obviously. They're gonna stay by the queen, just to buy me some time. Yeah, you don't need a ton. Don't you dare attack me. Yeah, see, I would have had to go through this narrow cavern to go through here, but this makes it way more open. Oh, come on. Do you mind? I'm going to tell them to go there. And everyone else is going to go over here, where hopefully I can kill some of these dudes. See, this is the point. When you hit about 30,000 score, that's when everything starts to hit the fan. And you, uh-oh. I hear stuff. What? Okay, there's just them over there. Why is there so little enemies or dudes there? That's not cool. I don't like this. Yeah, this is why I tend to want to bring my entire army. Look how little food I have! See, these guys are spawning faster than I can actually kill them now. Even though I have a lot of ants. So I'm just losing food at this point. They're still... I think they're going to attack me. Yep, they're coming directly into my nest. That's bad. We'll just send everyone, including the defense group. I am so low on food. I have 200. So yeah, I can generally get around 30 to 40,000 score on this level. Once I managed to get 70,000. That was really hard. That was one where I think I destroyed the entirety of the underground. But I haven't been able to replicate that since. Yeah, see, we are not doing good, because we can only have, since there's so many enemies here, we can only have a few attacking each enemy at a time, because they're not smart enough to single out one enemy, and I'm out of food. That is cool. So yeah, that's why this level is basically impossible. Well, it's literally impossible, technically, because you can't, there's no way to win it. You just survive as long as you can. But, let's just put everyone in the same group now. So all the surviving ants, which are literally just the workers, will go and fight these guys. See, I had 1,000 food, and that still wasn't enough stored. And at this point, all the food is guarded by enemies that take more food to defeat than the food behind them gives. And enemies will spawn again faster than you can kill them. So I don't think there's physically a way to actually turn this into an infinite loop on this level and this difficulty. So, looks like we have finished the level. And we have a score of 35,000. Not great. Honestly, I can often get up to like 50,000. I'm not sure what changed here. But this is my basic strategy. I do change it every now and then. I can consistently get at least 30,000. Sometimes I can get like 50,000. Then that one time I got 70,000. So if you know anyone with... I'll actually edit in a screenshot of that so you know I'm not lying. But if you have a higher score than me, please post it in the comments and maybe make a video on it, showing how you did it or something like that, because I would love to get more tips on this. So hopefully this was helpful. Again, if you can do better than this, please let me know, and also ideally make your own video showing how to do this, because I want to see how to get better. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching and have a good day. Bye.